Hello and welcome to this episode of Demystified as we explore home cooking in a modern world. Hello, this is Linda from Cooking with Steam and I'm sitting here with Joel this week. Hello Joel.
Hey Linda, how you doing?
Very good, thanks, Joel. Well, this week's wrap-up from the kitchen is going to be a bit different because Paul's been away all week and hasn't been cooking. So we are Paul-less today.
Paul.
Yes. So how's your week been in the Cooking with Steam kitchen?
Well, it's been a little bit hectic, to be honest. Not as much time to do Cooking with Steam things as I'd like, but plenty nonetheless.
Well, I know you've been really busy this week going over the continuing responses we're getting to our newsletter, which has just been absolutely amazing and fantastic.
We've had phenomenal responses to the newsletters. So thank you everybody who's taken the time to, put their thoughts down and send us, their wants and give us a better understanding of how you use Cooking with Steam and what you want from us this year. It's been really good. So we're just going to continue collating those responses and using them for our own internal use for the time being, and then you'll start to see the fruits of some of those things. One thing I did think was very interesting was clearly we've got a whole bunch of new members that missed a lot of our posts, which is fair and reasonable given that some of them were out 3, 4, nudging 5 years ago now. So I think we're going to start reposting some info on some of the older recipes that we've done that are sort of buried away in the depths of the Cooking with Steam website that people aren't necessarily seeing, and even just things like variations of bread and some of the more simpler recipes as well. So
like the chocolate cake.
Like
There's
the chocolate
been
cake,
an amazing number of people wanting chocolate cake, which I can understand.
Yeah.
One of our personal favourites.
It is probably the most viewed video that we've had ever. The steamed chocolate cake.
Oh.
I know that I remember putting a post out about that 2.5 years ago or something or other, saying, wow, 30,000 views on YouTube or something or other for a chocolate cake video.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
But
So,
it has been amazing. And is there a deadline on when we're going to stop taking...
No. If people are prepared to, continue filling in the
good.
questionnaire, then we'll leave it up and people can fill it in. So
Great.
all the responses are important to us. So we'll just keep taking them as long as people are prepared to give them to us.
Excellent. And following from last week when Paul and I were talking about eggs, I did some research. And you know what? You can get emu eggs. There's a farm in, I think, Victoria, who sells about 1,000 emu eggs a month. They're about $15 each. They're roughly the size of 8 to 10 chicken eggs. And the website said that the whites were very similar to chicken egg whites, but the yolks were slightly richer. So I guess that would be like 1 emu egg for a whole pav.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, isn't it?
Hey, we should try that. We should get Paul to do it. One egg pav.
You can ask the chef.
One egg pav.
You can ask him.
That'd be cool. Hey, speaking of eggs, did you see my post this week about double yolkers?
That was amazing. 4 in the one batch.
Well, we had 2
dozen.
We had 2. All right, and then I did 4 on Sunday, and then my better half did 2. She did some baking during the week and she got another 2 and then another 2, and long and the short of it, out of a dozen eggs there were 11 double yolkers. 1 carton.
That
11
is
double
amazing.
yolkers.
That is absolutely amazing. There must be a world record for that. There has to be a world record.
We had a couple of social media people, a couple of responses from people via social media say, I've had a whole carton of double yolkers, and a mate of mine said the same thing. And everybody had said the eggs came from Coles.
I cannot remember the last time I've had a double yolker. And what is that saying about Coles eggs? I wonder. Interesting.
Very, very young chicks, apparently. Apparently, double yolkers have a tendency to come from very young chicks whose, hormonal placement hasn't settled in properly and whatever else. And, that and all the other radioactive crazy stuff.
That's the food we're eating. Yeah. We did talk about that a little bit in the podcast, and I must admit this week's been incredibly frustrating for me. And
how come?
I haven't been able to get my mind around this problem we've got with where we post our podcasts, and we've only just started doing them regularly. And as you know, we've got a sort of a schedule and a program we're going to maintain this year. But the platform we're on doesn't like us posting back ones to YouTube without us having an enormous subscription to their monthly revenue, which I feel is a little bit outrageous for a business that's got 11 podcasts to start paying over $100 and something US dollars a month. I'm a little bit wary of, so I'm not sure that it'll leave the earlier ones or work out to posting the content. So I'm still at that because I haven't posted one this week because I've tried posting a back one, and they've said, okay, you can't do another auto post until next week. And so that sort of mucks up our 2 a week minimum. So I've been poring over this all week and deliberating. So I've been stuck on this, Joel, because I haven't posted this week. So which I really want to do because otherwise the schedule will go out, and then
we can look at it together next week. We'll find another solution. We shall overcome.
I know you're the guru, and this is one task you've delegated to me, Joel, and I've stuffed it up. No, Joel.
Hey, speaking of posting, I've been remiss this week as well. I know that Paul's had some delicious recipes ready and waiting to go since Wednesday, I believe, and I haven't had a chance to get to them. So anyone listening to this in the next 24 hours, whenever this gets posted, keep an eye out over the weekend or check your social media accounts because there'll be some more yummy stuff from the kitchen.
I don't think he's back in the country until late tonight, so there's still time, Joel. And then he's back on Monday. So, well, thank you for that, Joel. It's been a non-cooking week, but we've still been quite busy here.
Yes.
But stay tuned.
As is the case.
Stay tuned. There's more to come.
Thank you. See you soon. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this podcast as we explore home cooking in a modern world. We'd love you to subscribe, and for more information, please go to our website, cookingwithsteam.com.